Hey everybody, Blaze here. I've been having problems with my webcam. I think it might be lighting, so I've got 3 lights in here on, so if I'm a little bit washed out, that'll be why. I had told y'all I'd ordered a box of books. They've gotten here, and I want to share them with y'all. So here we go. I got a large, well, medium-sized box of books for around $50, and they were at least half price, and some of them were $1 because they were overstocked. I got A Witch's Book of Answers by Aline Holland and Cyrilla. I don't know if that's right or whatever. But from just looking at them, it looks like, different questions that people have asked, and each one of them answering them. Seemed pretty interesting. I got How to Enchant a Man by Ellen Dugan. And this one just looks like mainly charms and love spells to not only attract but keep love burning. Knitting the Threads of Time, Casting Back to the Heart of Our Craft by Norma Murphy, which is about knitting and crocheting and how that goes along with our craft. A lot of us would rather make our own clothes and our own projects as opposed to go out and buy them because they mean more to us. And focusing your intent into whatever you are making is the general gist of this. Remember Who You Are, 7 Stages on a Woman's Journey of Spirit by Linda Carroll. I thought it was interesting. I read up on a lot of these books before I ordered. This one goes by the precept of you are who you are before you're born into this world, and with the veil connection and living in this world and how we have to live in this world, that you forget who you are, and through the process of doing things and becoming spiritually enlightened, that you find yourself again. Pretty interesting. The Shamanic Witch, Spiritual Practice Rooted in Earth and Other Realms by Gail Wood. This is supposed to be a combination of Native American shamanic practices and witchcraft. And if I remember correctly, I think this person grew up in a mixed household and had to learn how to integrate different practices together. I'm looking forward to reading this because a lot of my practice and beliefs are in Native American and primordial shamanic practices, as well as Wicca and witchcraft. So I'm looking forward to that and how that person dealt with those issues. This one is Sacred Paths for Modern Men, a wake-up call for your 12 archetypes by Dragonet Doer, I think. I've read a lot of things on the different archetypes for women. There are 2 men in this house. I figured, they could get a little something out of this, as well as I wanted to study more about masculine archetypes, because I feel like with me it would help to integrate the feminine and the masculine a bit more. Like I said, I've studied a lot on the female archetypes, but not too much on the male, and I figured this would be good for balancing that out. But I'm looking forward to reading that. Native Healer, Initiation into an Ancient Art by Medicine Grizzly Bear Lake. This is, I believe, someone who went and studied with the Native American shamans. Yet again, I think this person grew up in a mixed household. I get a lot of those books because that's what I'm interested in. And this is their journey and learning from their teachers. So, forward to reading that. Sabbats by Eden McCoy, A Witch's Approach to Living in the Old Ways. I wanted to get this mainly because it went through each Sabbat, explained it in great detail, has all the correspondence in it, and even has recipes for each Sabbat. And being a mother, I think that this would help my son to not only understand this a little bit better, but also to understand why I do things the way I do, and we'll have fun cooking the recipes together. So that's just a good, basic reference book too. A Witch's Guide to Psychic Healing, Applying Traditional Therapies, Rituals, and Systems by Gavin and Yvonne Frost. I've never read any of the Frost books. I'm looking forward to this one. This one had different therapies, techniques about depression, psychometry, and soul retrieval, Wiccan illness diagnoses, and self-healing, and lots of tables. But it looked very interesting. It looked like something that was right up my alley. The Almanac of Infamous, the Incredible, and the Ignored by Juanita Rose Valeni. I don't know. Anyway, this is just one of those interesting books. Kind of like, Book of Superstitions, or, anything that just has a lot of stuff in it. It just looked interesting. When Antibiotics Fail, Restoring the Ecology of the Body. Just looked like a good book to have. I like to also, in my spare time, study about how Eastern and Western medicine mix. People who want to be in our culture and do medicine the way medicine's done, but not as much, antibiotics and just cover it and keep you sick medications. And this man did a lot of research and worked in a lot of labs and was a doctor for years. And that's his approach on what happened when he saw people just pumping people full of antibiotics and they weren't working, and how a lot of people are building up tolerances to antibiotics. There's a lot of things out there that antibiotics will not touch. Something fun, Food Men Love. It had foreword by Mario Bantinelli, and it's by Margie LaPanja. I think that's how you say it. Anyway, this has lots of, this isn't just a read, but also a cookbook. A lot of really good stuff in here. And this one, I've actually gotten out and started reading before I had a chance to make this video. Spells for the Solitary Witch by Elaine Holland. I've actually read most of this. I'm on the last chapter, which is about tea potions, which is, making tea and then turning them into potion type spells. But this was a pretty good little book. Anytime you're reading a lot of witch spell and Wicca books, you tend to repeat a lot of information. But she did a good job with defining everything, giving you warning to everything that you're doing, and then giving you different recipes and spells in this book. This one had a very good recipe for a 7-step witch's bottle for your 7 virtues or 7 wants for your household. It also had some good protection spells and tea potions in it. A lot of good stuff in this book. I'll actually take time to review it on book review once I get done with it. But, and I got this. I think I'm having some problems due to, chakras not all being aligned. I think I've got a little bit more strength in some chakras than I do in others. So I got this little, it's actually sold as a pendulum. I'm going to wear it as a pendant. But I don't know if you can see it or not with the plastic. But there's little stripes, and each little stripe is a different stone that's been fused together. But it's all the different colors in the chakras. And I'm going to bless this tonight and start wearing it. Hopefully, the chakras that are strong will calm down, and the ones that are less strong or weaker will activate. I have to wear that and do a little bit of meditation, but that's my goodies I got. I only do this once a year, sometimes twice a year. The company that I like to order through does, like I said, overstocked books or older printed copies. So I'm able to get a box of books for about $50 once or twice a year, whatever I can afford. Just as a treat for myself, also to continue my education. Unfortunately, a lot of their books are pretty basic unless you're spending more money. But, you do what you can to continue your education and learn as much as you can, also to get new ideas. So, I hope y'all enjoyed my little happy fair. I know I will, and I intend to, as I read through these, do some reviews. However, I am still working on the books from last year. I got a box of books last year. I was able to afford a big box of books last year, and I'm still reading on them. And as I get done with those books, I'll do reviews. So, have a wonderful day, and let's see.